Good morning, Jackson staff and students. It is a fantastic Friday today as we follow our Tiger Truths of be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Let's all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. We're going to stand up and we're going to place our right hand on our heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Boys and girls, it is a beautiful day again. What a beautiful fall day. Mrs. Everhart will be joining me here in just a few minutes to go over our PBIS winners for the last 2 weeks, as well as I want to talk just a little bit about your Zoom practice. It is so impressive to see you learning how to use Zoom with Mrs. Johnson each day and your classroom teachers. And I hear you're doing some amazing work. So thank you very much, because if we at some point need to pivot to going virtual, this is why we're practicing and learning just like we need to do if we would be at home. And those are some really fun and exciting things to learn. How are you doing? Are you doing pretty good flipping between the apps? That's what I hear, is that you are really successful with that, and that it's just going to get better each and every day that you do it and practice. The next thing I want to share is about our playground. And boy, oh boy, I want to make sure that you are following the playground rules. And I have a couple new rules for you on the playground. We've had a few accidents, and one is on the teeter-totter. Boys and girls, you need to remember when you're sitting on the teeter-totter, it's a different kind of a teeter-totter, and there are foot places for you to put your feet up on the teeter-totter and not to have your feet kind of dangling down. When you let your feet kind of dangle down and you're pressing up and down on the dirt, you're teeter-tottering back and forth and your feet are getting smashed, or people are getting pinched in that process. And that's why your feet belong up on the foot pedals. Then I have to say, sometimes we have two people standing in the center of the teeter-totter and shaking it back and forth as hard as you can. We have to be a little bit more careful there. Let's not do that quite as aggressively as what we're doing. I know it sure does feel fun, but let's be a little more cautious. Because when you're riding on the seat, if you put your feet down and somebody else is controlling the amount of bounce that you're getting, that's how a foot gets pinched or gets hurt. And we want to make sure that we are as safe as possible. The other ride that I want to make sure that you're enjoying, but also being very careful about, is the Spinami. And I'm sure you know which one that is. And that's kind of like the old-fashioned merry-go-round. And I have seen some children that are hanging from the Spinami as it goes around and around and around. And we're not going to have that. You know, we want to see children using the Spinami and having a good time on it, but we also have to be very, very careful about that, because we don't want somebody falling off, and we definitely don't want somebody dragging themselves around when that process is happening. So those are my 2 warnings. Do you need to have a pencil, Mrs. Everhart?
Yes, please.
Absolutely. Those are my 2 warnings as we get moving through the playground pieces, and just making sure that you are being ultra safe. I am watching some of the videotape pieces as I watch for those safety components, and I also am in and outside watching. And sometimes you can see me and sometimes you can't. So let's just be very cautious when we're out there. Thank you for continuing to wear your masks throughout the building, as well as when you're close to one another outside. Mrs. Everhart is here. Come on up. How are you?
Oh, good morning. I'm good.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm going to stand over here because I don't
Absolutely.
have my mask on, and we're going to try to keep our distance. In fact, I'll go off the camera while you read the PBIS winners, okay?
Perfect.
Thank you.
So good morning, my friends. I hope I've seen all of you this school year, but this is the first time that we have done our PBIS prize winners. So for those of you who are new to Jackson, or those who maybe have forgot because it's been a while, every Friday we are going to be picking one name from each classroom. That's how you get your yellow tiger tickets to win a prize from our PBIS prize our prizes. Now it's going to look a little different this year because I will be coming around to the classroom and you will be coming to pick one prize. Now we're going to be looking with our eyes and we're not going to be touching everything, so whatever you touch is what you're going to grab. Now how do I get my name picked? Well, I don't know. How do you get your name picked? It's when you're following all of our Tiger Truths of being respectful, responsible, and safe. And the more you follow all of our Tiger Truths, you're being caught in the hallway, in the classroom outside, just being amazing, and you get a Tiger ticket. Make sure you stick your name on the back of that and put it in the bucket. So the more Tiger tickets you have, the chances of your name being picked goes up a little bit. So this week I'm going to announce 2 names from each classroom, and when I come by you'll be able to come and grab or pick a prize, and that's how we're going to be doing it every Friday. You will not be coming to the office, I will be coming to you in the classroom. So from Mrs. Rosberg's kindergarten class, first we have Anthony A. and Devin T. And let's stick this in my pocket really quick. Mrs. Ransom's class, kindergarten class, we have Colton C. and Aubrey W. From Mrs. Dravis's kindergarten class, we have Stephen C. and Rihanna W. From Mrs. Masterson's first grade class, we have, who did we have? Atticus G. and Aaliyah V. From Miss Graybell's first grade class, we have Helena A. as well as Mila M. In Miss Blumel's first grade class, Madison B. and Monica E. I guess I'm just used to saying their last initial since we were virtual. So sorry guys. In Mrs. Sweeney's second grade class, we have Mark C. and Mason H. In Mrs. Moyle's second grade classroom, we have Dakota M. and Milo G. In Mrs. Boudreau's classroom, third grade, in the second grade, sorry guys. We have Jordan H. and Gabriella I. In Miss Reister's third grade classroom, we have Colton B. and Lillian C. In next page, in Miss Peterson's third grade classroom, we have Ileana A. and Manuel P. In Mrs. Garner's fourth grade classroom, we have Julissa A. and Axel M. And Mrs. Anderson's classroom, this page is not here, so I'm going to have to say it when I come into your room. It's going to be like a surprise. So let's move on to fifth grade. In Mrs. Vasquez's fifth grade classroom, we have Elijah A. and Sebastian F. And then finally in Mr. Reese's fifth grade classroom, we have Yaneli B. and we have Angel C. So congratulations to everyone whose name was picked. Like I said, Mrs. Anderson's classroom, I apologize, my sheet got left off. But when I come to your room, I will announce the winners from the classroom. Now remember, your name's not always going to be picked every time, and that's okay. It's okay, as long as you are trying your very best, following all of your Tiger Truths, and doing what you can to help others around you. That's what we want to see. So thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you.
It's so exciting, Mrs. Everhart.
It is. It is very exciting.
I'm so excited. So let's end our announcements for the day. Are you ready?
I am absolutely ready.
Let's make it a fantastic day. And don't forget to be awesome.